everybody, it's Gwenno Dafydd, the alternative BBC, the bathroom broadcasting coach. Today is Palm Sunday, session 14, and it's the 5th of April. Yesterday, we had a look at humour and the people who've made me laugh, and I'm going to sneak that up again. This is a book I wrote. Look how thick it is. Wee-hee! What I did for 20 years. Stand up and sockets and sister. Now today, you may or may not know, is called Palm Sunday, and I've got a long script because I want to get through a few things today. Today is Palm Sunday. I'm going to be looking at grief and expressions of grief. It's the Sunday before Easter, and it's to celebrate the entry of Jesus into Jerusalem on a donkey. Now, the donkey was considered a more humble way of arrival than if he'd come in on a horse, which was the way that people used to come in if they'd come back from a battle. It's a symbol of peace and victory. And in Wales, we call it Syl y Blodau, Flowering Sunday. And it is a day traditionally when people go to graves and lay flowers in memory of their loved ones. Now, obviously, we are not being recommended to go and do this. This is a very challenging time for people who want to go and remember and acknowledge our loss and grief. Now, I'm going to have a brief look at grief. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, in her work with terminal cancer patients, recognised 5 stages. The first one was numbness and denial. This isn't happening to me. The anger and the yearning, which was, oh, why is this happening to me? I cannot bear it. They must have got the tests all wrong. It's not happening to me. Then there's the bargaining. Well, just let me live until my daughter's wedding by next month. Then there's the depression. Then there's finally acceptance and loving and letting go. Now, even though these 5 stages were acknowledged for people who were going through the final stages of cancer, they are actually quite useful when you look at grief in general. Now, we have to acknowledge that in this COVID crisis, we have all lost things. Every single one of us has lost things. We've lost things such as peace of mind, opportunities. I've lost a tremendous amount of performing opportunities this year. They may come back, they may never come back, which is quite distressing because we were on a roll with the Passionate About Piaf show. There are people who have lost even bigger opportunities. We've all lost the opportunity of seeing people that we love and being close to them. Some of us have lost work. Some have lost finances. We've all lost the ability to roam freely. We're having our freedom curtailed quite dramatically, day by day. And having a laugh with pals, going to the pub and socialising is a very important part of our well-being. So going back to Palm Sunday, what can we actually do today if we can't go to the graves of those people that we love and want to acknowledge? Well, I, for one, planted a little tree in memory of my father, who died 2 years ago. It's a weeping willow, and actually the little buds are just like my dad. He had wild hair and a wild beard, and so they remind me of him. And I have a little Buddha, which my daughter has called Bedwyr. Very strange name for the Buddha, but a Bedwyr, a Buddha, is there underneath the little weeping willow. I've also put some hearts there and a candle so that I can actually acknowledge him, and which I did earlier on today. And I had a good old cry there as well. And so we can have our own ways of remembering people. We can look at albums of those people who have gone. We could have a good old cry, really. I just did a little Google about crying, and there's a fluid called lysozyme, which kills bacteria, enables well-being, and actually reduces stress. So go and have a good old cry about all those things that you have lost. I'm hoping that you haven't lost any dear ones to this horrendous COVID virus, because it is claiming more and more lives as the days go by. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be looking at celebration. We do have a lot to celebrate. So think about those things that are now in your life that you didn't have 2 weeks ago. there have been quite a few positives in my life, and I'll tell you about them tomorrow. I just also want to say that I put all of these in an order on my website. So if you missed any of the little broadcasts I've been doing, they're all there in the order that I filmed them. I have filmed one every single day that this lockdown has been happening. So if it will be helpful, please use them. Don't forget that there is a group on Facebook called Gwenno Dafydd Leadership and Public Speaking Coach. There's tons of resources, things that you can keep yourself entertained with. And I've also got a little group which is called Having a Laugh. And in Welsh, it's called Codi Calon Covidis. So there you have it. Keep well. And I'll see you tomorrow. Will. Ta-da.